This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world, according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie, what's on your mind?
Yeah. Doing good, man. Doing good. It's a beautiful, brisk evening as we record tonight. Got a fresh new do.
Yeah.
Got my hair's did. I trimmed up my beard a little. Got sunburnt over last weekend. Shout out to everybody who showed up at Farport Toys in Mays Landing for the It's a Toy Show. Had a great day, but it being outdoors, I realized, I didn't realize, I forgot to put on sunscreen. And I got a little crisp, but other than that, doing good.
A little toasty.
Little toasty. I'll be selling Blue Meanie pork rinds. With the burnt skin there. Put some Frank's Red Hot on that. We'll be good to go.
Dare I say, sir? Dare I say we should start calling you the Red Meanie?
Red and purple. Red and blue make purple.
You could do purple.
So,
purple is a good color. It's my favorite color. So I like
purple.
Purple. I like it. Good to see you, pal. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see our pod squad here tonight. We got a lively chat room here. Right. We got Lucho. We got Schlichter and Machete Von Kill. I'm sure more are going to be hopping in as we move along along with the show. We always do pretty good one. A little inside baseball. It's Friday night, May 31st, 2024, as we record this. Our Friday chats are usually pretty jumping. So if you want to get in on the action, go to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. And you can join us here live and see your comments right up here on the screen.
That's right. I'm sharing some of our Pod Squad comments right here. If you look right above my head, you go right to that link, patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. You can also subscribe and see this video episode after it airs. Right above Meanie's head there, hit subscribe, youtube.com/@Mind of the Meanie. And Schlichter's in here saying, go Phils. That's right. Go Phils. Go Birds.
Yeah, man.
of course.
So we are dealing in some real good baseball right now.
We're unapologetically Philadelphia heavy here. So,
listen, man, that's how we roll, brother. And also, too, I'm getting a lot of good comments and feedback and commentary from our new design feature here since we've moved to StreamYard. Machete Von Kill says, boom, you've hit rockstar coolness. You're goddamn right. We appreciate you, Machete. Thank you very much for the feedback here. Don't forget, again, subscribe today and join us, and you could be here in the show.
Yeah, man, I'm getting used to this new setup. A little bit more inside baseball knowledge. I am not technologically inclined. I think that's the term. We used to use a program to do this show before, and for whatever reason, there was no bugs. Move over to StreamYard, where we're doing. I'm doing this show, and I'm also doing mornings with meanies over in ad-free shows. So I have to get used to, I'm doing a lot of producer stuff too, along with this. So I'm kind of trying to get used to it. And for whatever reason, using the StreamYard, I was freezing and I had all these problems. And the same thing happened over there on the ad-free show. I'm what the hell's going on? So my dumbass, always, it's the best way to stream is hardwired right into the computer. Don't use your Wi-Fi. I was hardwired and my Wi-Fi was on. So my computer was like, I don't know what we're doing here, but and so I was having all those technical issues, but now I've got it, figured out. So hopefully I'll be good to go. I won't be doing the Max Headroom robot, or whatever as we go along. But yeah, man, I'm digging the new layout.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, sir, for your hard work. I know you've been busting your ass trying to get this together. Looks great. Looks head and shoulders above what we were doing.
Yep.
And I'm glad we're doing it. I'm glad we're evolving.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we get to incorporate more stuff into the show. As we go along. We've done this for 4 years. It's crazy.
Crazy. I was just thinking about that. It's like I remember our very first show we did together was in 2021. I was still in Pittsburgh. And it's so weird to think about, like, we're on our fucking like third year together doing this. And it's crazy. Like, it feels nice. And like I said, it's sometimes you got to evolve and you got to start doing different things. That's what we're doing here. And the other good news is that we're going to start posting clips from this video show up onto our YouTube page, because StreamYard does a cool thing where it clips the show for you. So you're going to be seeing a lot of good content here. And we're going to be digging into the archives, if I could speak correctly. We're going to be digging into the archives. We're going to give you a lot of cool shit from the past 3 years that Meanie and I have been working together. Lots of cool features as well. But we got a lot of cool things coming up, and we're just very excited. We just want to thank you again. I could speak for Meanie for this, but give you all a for that. But we really appreciate you all listening, sharing, tuning in, subscribing, downloading, liking, commenting. We couldn't do this show without you. So if you specifically listening right now, thank you very much. We appreciate you. And I wanted to start the show today. I don't have taps up because I'm afraid we'd get a copyright strike, Meanie. But something amazing has happened since the last time we spoke. Something absolutely magnificent has happened.
Hello, Vanessa.
What up, Vanessa? And Vanessa actually tweeted me about this too. I think Vanessa was the first person to tell me about this. It was a bright, sunny morning, and I roll over, Meanie, blue, if you will. I roll over, and what do my wandering eyes see is a news alert that Angel fucking Hernandez has finally retired from Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And
I was going to say cue up the Cool in the Gang, but we don't want to get a copyright strike.
Carl, throw it in right here over this part as we're talking, because we won't get hit on the podcast. But fucking A right, dude. He is gone from MLB for good. And before I give you my thoughts, because I got a lot of shit to say about Angel Hernandez, I want to get the blue guys' thoughts on the retirement of Angel Hernandez.
Oh, it was however long he was in baseball, it was that length in the day too late. It couldn't have happened sooner. Brother, he is probably one of the most universally recognized worst officials in all of baseball. And so much so that after he announced his retirement, every social media platform rolled out like the greatest hits of Angel Hernandez's worst calls in baseball. My favorite, Kyle Schwarber, absolutely going off on him. There's one video on Instagram, a guy, was, lip syncing. Everybody was saying to him, like it was, like karaoke, but, curse out Angel Hernandez karaoke. It was amazing. And, the only thing that could have made it better is if it's, Joe West would have joined them. But, we got rid of Angel Hernandez. Baseball is better for it. Probably one of the only officials to, because like there was a time where he was so bad they weren't giving him playoff games.
Yeah.
And he tried to sue saying he was being discriminated. And in the court of law, they're like, no, you just suck.
Literally, I was just going to say that. They told him, MLB's attorneys told him and showed him his statistic. They were like, no, we don't put you in these games because you fucking suck.
He had to have photos on somebody. Like, he had to have like baby dolls manila envelope with the photos of Dusty or whatever was in those envelopes. You know? He had to have something on someone.
Yeah.
But as much as I think he had blackmail on somebody, I want to know what they said to him to make him retire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe he was just tired of being told he was the worst official in baseball ever. One of my favorite clips, shout out to the Philly captain, who on his, he's got his YouTube page. He's always at Phillies games and stuff like that. But there's a video of him outside the ballpark waiting for the players to come out. Angel Hernandez comes out. He's like, he's booing him. He's like, Angel Hernandez, you stink, and I don't like you. Angel just I'm sure if that's happening to him in Philly, that had to be happening in every other, major ballpark. So good riddance, and baseball is better for it.
Yeah.
He was so bad you would thought it was like pro wrestling. The way he would just miss calls like he was doing a heel referee deal, but type him in. Angel Hernandez's worst calls in baseball, and you'll just be like, how is this man employed that long? It's insane.
I'm actually pulling that video up right now as we speak because it's fucking hilarious. Here he is. This is from the Philly captain. That is going on the fucking soundboard, dude. I am putting that up on the soundboard.
I don't like you.
The worst part is Angel Hernandez fucking smiles as he's driving by. How can you be that piss poor at your fucking job and then people are mocking you and then you smile? I'm sure he probably thought the guy was fucking with him, but for Christ's sakes, man. I mean, so I'm looking at USA Today's report about this, and I'm just pulling up some statistics. He was promoted as a full-time MLB umpire in 1993, and the past few years, he has been considered by most players and managers as the worst umpire. So on April 12th of this season, Wyatt Langford, who's a rookie with the Texas Rangers, struck out on 3 consecutive pitches that were outside of the strike zone. He missed on 7 other pitchers that were at least 3 inches outside of the strike zone. He had 3 calls overturned at first base in Game 3 of the 2018 American League Division Series between the Yankees and the Red Sox. And Pedro Martinez said, he goes, Angel was horrible. Don't get me going on Angel now. Major League Baseball needs to do something about Angel. It doesn't matter how many times he sues MLB. He's as bad as there is. And CC Sabathia had a great tweet the other day because they played that video of him talking about it in the locker room. And he says, I don't understand why he's doing these games. He's always bad. He's a bad umpire. And then he tweets, that's all, folks, when he finds out about Angel Hernandez's retirement. So
it's amazing.
And then again from Philadelphia here, Kyle Schwarber had a very famous explosion. When he said he struck him out. It was very clearly not a strike. It was not even anywhere close to the strike zone. Schwarber throws his helmet, he throws his bat, and he just fucking unloads on him, and he throws him out of the game. And then Bryce Harper had a similar call. I can't remember if he was first base or third base. And he was on third base. And I guess the umpire threw to Angel Hernandez at third base. I don't know why you would do that because he's blind as a fucking bat. And he calls him out, and then he throws Bryce Harper out of the game. And it's just, my God, man. Talk about, I know we've talked about it on the show before about how bad recently the umpires are. Here we go. Vanessa's singing, na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na, hey, 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 goodbye, fare thee well, good riddance. But I know we've talked about how bad umpires have been recently, but I genuinely can't think of anyone worse, past or present, than Angel Hernandez. So,
well, Angel Hernandez is the Mount Olympus of bad fucking baseball officials, but right behind him, it's got to be Joe West.
Mm-hmm.
Just And oddly enough, Joe West came out in defense of Angel Hernandez.
Yeah,
somewhere. Dude. If you can find that, yeah, Joe West, who is probably, I don't know how he's still an official either, but because he's just had just as many bad calls. And I'm sure we can go into YouTube machine and look up all the bad Joe West calls, but he came out in defense of, Angel Hernandez. I was like, oh man, ain't that rich?
Yeah. Yeah. Here, I have the quote right here because I think I sent it to you when it came out. He says he was on, what show is it? I want to quote and attribute it to the right place, 670 The Score. And he says, I hate the fact that these people sit behind a desk and get on their computer and send out all these social media things. They don't know what they're talking about. Hey, Joe, fuck you. We all have eyes. We can see exactly what everybody else sees. You guys are just bad at your job. Maybe you should be worried about what you're looking at.
Fuck you, Joe.
Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you.
Oh, Slichter said here in the chat, if you want to bring it up.
Oh, yeah, Joe West
retired. He retired a few years ago, thankfully. I was unaware.
I did not know that.
And I feel robbed of the opportunity of celebrating because, I definitely would have went to Broad Street and popped a couple corks for, Joe West retirement as well.
Schlichter mentions Lax Diaz and CB Buckner, which I believe I'm familiar with CB Buckner's name, but apparently those guys are pretty bad too.
Buckner, that sounds like, oh man, I just totally got Bucknered on the, I got Bucknered on my car loan,
Schlichter's also saying John Boy, I think I'm saying that right, John Boy gives great breakdowns. That's actually the commentary.
That's who I think does the Angel Hernandez breakdown, which is fantastic.
Yeah, Meanie's been sending. We've been sending each other those videos all week long, and it's just. I wanted to make sure we talked about it at the top of the show, so we're going to give a and a for the retirement of Angel Hernandez because let's face it, I don't think anyone anywhere could be as bad as him.
We should probably take that Yokaz back because that's more of a positive thing.
Yeah,
he definitely deserves. Hold on, I'll give him the Walmart fart. Hold on.
every time I watch Angel Hernandez call a game.
This is a drizzling shit.
That's right, Daniel.
That's more appropriate. That's a smart kid right there.
That is smart. We'll do one more time.
This is a drizzling shit.
It absolutely is, Dan. I appreciate you bringing that to our attention. But good riddance, farewell, fuck you, bye to Angel Hernandez. Don't come back and don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out.
Did you see the meme of him signing his retirement papers and the signature lines like right here and his signatures all over there?
I've been seeing that one and I see the one where it's like Angel Hernandez missed call. Angel Hernandez missed. It's like your phone, your iPhone, and it's all these missed calls from Angel Hernandez. Yeah. Christ, man. So good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is there an official in another sport that's Angel Hernandez like?
I mean, with excluding the people who threw the game, I can't think of anybody that would be like comparative to Angel Hernandez. Like I can't.
Well, Donachie was point shaving.
Right.
He was at least he was honest about being bad, purposely bad.
Right.
That documentary is good too. That's on Netflix.
Yeah.
The Donachie point shaving scandal.
It's on my to watch list. I just haven't had a chance to go back and actually check it out yet. But yeah, I've heard it's very good. But yeah, I can't think of anybody else that is as brutally awful as Angel Hernandez. But I'm hoping that now that he's gone. Again, this will probably be the last time we ever discuss him. So I want to make sure I get all my fuck yous.
Oh yeah, let's get it all out.
You are the fucking worst. You are the AT&T of people. You are like a pizza burn on the roof of my mouth when I watch the games. I hate you so much. I would rather shit my pants in public giving a speech in front of Barack Obama and other members of Congress and the United States government than ever watch you call a Major League Baseball game again. You suck. Fuck you, bye.
A quote from William Regal, who he never didn't say this publicly, but he said this to me about, I forgot about something. He's like, I would rather slice off my eyelids and dunk my face in warm, soapy water. And I would rather do that than watch Angel Hernandez call another game. So, fuck you, Joe. Fuck you. Fuck you, Angel. I'm still got Joe West on the fucking mind.
Fuck him too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christ, man. Oh, Schlichter says Scott Foster in the NBA. I am unfamiliar with him. Yeah. How bad is he? Into that one.
How bad is he?
What's the deal with that?
4 miles.
We used to walk through the Chamonix Mall and scream that shit. It was a lot of fun back then. We had a lot of time on our hands. But anyway, how about them Phils, man? How are the Phillies looking? I know we talked about them last week. How's the game looking tonight?
Right now they're currently up 3-2 against St. Louis. St. Louis.
Yeah, of course.
They had a little slump, a little West Coast slump.
Mm-hmm.
As much as, I don't want to sound like a Cowboys fan, but yeah, there's one official that cost them the one fucking game.
Yeah.
And I've put it so far out of my fucking mind, I can't think of it right now. But, where were they? I can't believe I know
San Diego,
they were
wasn't it?
San Diego,
Whale's vagina.
And San Francisco, and they had a little bit of a slump.
Yeah.
But hey, that's why they play 162 games a year. You can lose 4 games in baseball and still be okay. They still, as I believe they still have the best record in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they're trying to be the first team to get to 40 wins. So hopefully they pull it out there. It's 3-2 in the 7th.
Yep.
Phil's just coming up the bat. But I mean they had a little slump. I mean they had a fucking historic start of the fucking season.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried. No. In the words of Howard Eskin here in Philadelphia for 94 WIP, if you're scared, get a dog. So
I believe that was Scott Steiner who may have said that.
Yeah.
You want a friend, get a puppy.
Yeah, that too. But it's good here. It's good. It's good to be a Phil's fan. Getting ready for that, and try not to think about football too much because that'll make the summer go by. And the summer is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, dude. It's always
and it's May.
And
it's May, so I don't want to rush. Well, it's about to be June. It's about to be June.
It's gonna be June.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't want to rush that shit because this is my favorite time of the year. I love a good warm weather season when the sun's out to like 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
You just go out and leave the windows open, but let the stink out of the house, and get a tan because, in the words of Arn Anderson, a tan makes fat look good. So, I need to, I got burnt.
Yeah.
Now I just need to, get the rest of my body caught up because I got, I don't know if you call it a farmer's tan, but like I got one of those tank top tans. So when I take it off, I look like a 70s porn star. So it's just like with the tan lines.
Boogie Nights Meanie coming to Patreon.
What a great movie.
Seriously. It's been a long time since I've seen that flick, but it's amazing.
Feel my heat. Oh man, me and McFoley used to quote that movie all the time. We were big fans of John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
And Boogie Nights, and the scene when they're recording the record and they're singing the porn careers on the downslide, so they're trying acting and you're trying to become a rock star, and during the studio it was like feel my heat, And oh man, fucking great movie, Boogie Nights. But in a lot of ways, I use that analogy for anybody who's kind of like gotten in trouble or like, oop, this is the Boogie Nights portion of their career. You know, just there's always that movie where like there's like the downfall. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And breaking news. Phil's just went up 4-2.
Hell yes.
Yeah, college.
Yeah, 4-2.
Nice.
But yeah, just there's always those movies where like you see all the good stuff, you know, the stuff happening, then you have the downturn, like
right.
You know, the movie Blow, you know.
Oh man, yeah.
You know, and then he has the argument with the wife on the bridge, and the cops pull him over, and you know,
yeah,
he's got cocaine in the car, he's got drugs in the car, and so you're just like,
it's over. Yep. Dude, actually, you know what? If you're into those kinds of movies, have you ever seen the movie Wonderland?
I need to.
Man, that's a crazy flick, bro. That's about
it's about John Holmes.
Yeah, the Wonderland murders out there. Oh man, that's crazy flick.
Boogie Nights. The scene in Boogie Nights where at the drugs dealer's house.
Yeah.
They robbed the drug dealer, and the guy, you know, they're rocking out to Sister Christian, and the one guy's letting off fireworks in the house, and all that. That's loosely based off of John Holmes and the Wonderland murders.
Yeah.
Too. So yeah, I definitely need to check that out.
That's a great. It's got a great cast too. I think it's Val Kilmer, Julianne Moore, Dylan McDermott.
She's also in Boogie Nights.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, dude, that movie's fucking great. I remember like when you get like it's kind of this wild ride type of movie. You know, like it's just telling the story and painting the scene, and then all of a sudden, like they reenact. Janine Garofalo's in it too, which is crazy. But it like they reenact the night of, and it's really fucking intense. Like it's very, I don't want to say it's over the top, but you're like, holy shit, this is difficult to watch. But I loved the flick. I thought it was great.
Yeah. I don't know why this is reminding me of that, but have you been watching The Jinx?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I probably shouldn't talk about it. Hey, did you watch season 1 of The Jinx?
Mm-mm.
Shit.
No, it's all right. Well, tell me about it, because I want to know.
About Robert Durst.
Oh, yes, that's the show. Yes, I have heard of it, but...
And they just did a season 2, which basically is a recap of everything, all the fallout from season 1.
No shit.
So, The Jinx, which was a docuseries on HBO. It's on Max right now, season 1, season 2. They were documenting the disappearance of Robert Durst's first wife, who disappeared, and then there's a neighbor of Robert Durst who was found, you know, chopped up in a bag floating in a body of water. And fuck it, I'll talk about it. I hate to be a guy spoiler.
No, go ahead.
The show's been out for a couple years now.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, if it's already been out, go ahead. Yeah.
So basically, he got away with the murder of his first wife. Everybody knew about it, right? Everybody was sure of it. And then he moves to Texas. His neighbor gets chopped up, found in the river or whatever it is, lake, whatever. I don't know. You tell me.
Yo, why don't you? Let me tell you about a lake, Meanie. Down in lake is the Gulf of Tonkin.
So they're interviewing him. He gets off. You know, nothing becomes of his wife's case. He gets acquitted for the murder of the neighbor, and they're interviewing him. The documentary crew are interviewing him, and he's answering, and then they take a break, and he goes to the bathroom to take a piss, and he forgets he's fucking hot mic. He's mic'd.
No.
And he's in the bathroom. He goes, "Kill them all, of course," into a hot mic. Now, this is all happening in real life. Like, that episode aired, and the next day they arrested him. It's like one of the, as the show's happening, everybody's watching in real time. And then when that reveal of him in the bathroom and the hot mic, now he's recording, said, "Killed them all, of course." And then within the next day or two, they hunt him down and find him. So now season 2,
what the fuck,
deals with all of that and all that more, and it shows you the trial because the show. That's the ultimate finale. With the guy getting arrested, with Robert Durst, basically confessing, but they go more into it. They go deeper into it.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was another murder.
How many people did this fucking guy kill?
There was another murder. I'm forgetting. His friend, who was friends with him and his wife, and he was afraid that the friend was going to rat, and he went to her house and shot her in the back of the head. So, but then there was, I won't go into it. I would rather people watch it and then come back and.
Yeah. Well, now I'm going to have to watch it, dude. Is it on Netflix?
It's on HBO Max.
All right. So I can pull it up on Plex then. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
That sounds like right up. Because I remember watching Making a Murderer back in the day. And I don't know. I think Brennan Dassey definitely deserves a fair trial. I think that young man has
the kid, right?
The kid, yeah. I think that young man has some serious, learning disabilities, and I genuinely think the police did that young man wrong. But as far as what's the main character name of the show? What is his name? I can't even think about it. Steve Avery.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to have a definitive on that, because it's like there's a lot of what feels like circumstantial evidence that points him to the crime, but it also feels like it was a targeted thing from what happened when he won that lawsuit. And you're like, well, what it's really difficult to believe, but his defense attorneys, they presented an incredible case. And I haven't even watched season 2 of that, but I know season 2, I think, is out already. And that was gripping, man. That one was gripping to watch. But yeah, Dassey, I think, like I said, I irrespective, because obviously that's not what we do here, right? We're not determining innocence or guilt, but just based on what is available and readily available to the public, how are you going to, there's no way that anyone could ever make me believe that kid was given a fair trial. And that's a travesty.
Well, if you ever see, are you familiar with the West Memphis 3 case?
Yes, I am. Yes.
From Damien Eccles and Jesse Miskelly. And there's a third guy whose name I'm blanking on. But what did them in was they found the Jesse Miskelly, who, the guy was basically low IQ,
Yeah.
And they knew that. And if you listen to his confession, everything in his confession is coerced.
Yeah.
The cops are like, "So you did this, right?" He goes, "Yeah, we did this." And then it's like, they basically just told him everything to do.
Right.
So, yeah. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate, But I felt bad for Dassey. Same way, I heard the Jesse Miskelly interrogation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
definitely check out the Jinx. If you're into the West Memphis 3, if nobody knows what I'm talking about with the West Memphis 3, HBO had a trilogy, Paradise Lost. That was on HBO, and there's a documentary that's done by Peter Jackson called West of Memphis.
Yeah.
That basically puts it all together. So, but yeah, this definitely reminded me of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of greats. There's just so I have my kids booger up the TV all the time, and it's either Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or it's something that they want to watch. So every time I get a chance to get on Netflix, I'm always like, watch listing stuff, and I have a ton. I probably have like 20 or 30 titles that are there, and I never really get a chance to watch them. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'll definitely go. If there's any other recommendations that you'll have, if you're listening and you're like, oh, I think Adam and Meanie would like this, send it over to us, and we will watch it. And then we will give you our analysis on it, and we will tell you whether or not we think it was good. But, I'm waiting for,
I'm into the UFO stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a really good UFO documentarian, if that's a word. Mm-hmm. James Fox, he's got one coming out soon that I'm looking forward to. And that just got held up because 2 more witnesses came forward to, be interviewed for the documentary. He had a really good documentary that came out like maybe 2 years ago called Moment of Contact, which is about the Brazilian, I want to say the Brazilian Roswell incident that happened in the 90s. If you could find that, that's really good. He's got one that was out in the 90s about the Arizona lights called I Know What I Saw. That's on YouTube.
Yep, I've heard of that one.
But I forget what the new one's called. I'm blanking. But just look up James Fox.
Yeah.
UFO documentaries. IMDb. But like he's got one coming out soon. I can't wait to see.
Yeah, I want to check out. I'm very tabbed as well. I want to check out I Know What I Saw because I believe you sent that to me, and I like I said, I have them tabbed. I have it up and it's ready. I just haven't had a chance to watch it, but that's definitely something that's fascinating to me. Sort of a sidebar on this, but talking about things that we've seen or potentially haven't gotten as much flair and love as they should. I'm not a big horror movie guy, but I recently saw on Twitter, because remember, friends, it's always going to be Twitter.
Yes.
I saw some love for a movie by Peter Jackson, of all people, called The Frighteners. Have you ever seen The Frighteners?
Is that from the 90s?
1995, I think it was.
Michael J. Fox?
It's one of his last starring roles, because after that point he was on a show called
Spin City.
Spin City. Yes, thank you. And that was when he announced his diagnosis with Parkinson's. But it's a Peter Jackson flick, and it's about a guy who sees ghosts, and he has to chase a serial killer that is killing people from beyond the grave. And again, I'm not big on horror flicks. I'm not big on that kind of stuff. But this one it's not gory. Like there's only like 1 or 2 scenes, and it's the 90s shit, where it looks terrible. But fuck, I love that movie. So good. I've
definitely seen that, and I didn't know that was Peter Jackson. Mm-hmm. Because it's crazy, somebody get pigeonholed for being known for like Lord of the Rings movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had no clue that was Peter Jackson. So, kudos. Yeah, I definitely saw it because I think there's a scene where the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket's in that Arlie Armory or whatever his name is.
Yes, he is. Yep.
He makes a cameo in that movie as a ghost too. So, but learn something new.
Yep. Yeah, one of my favorite flicks. If you've never seen it, you should go definitely out of your way to go check it out. Michael J. Fox is just great in everything he does. And it's I like it because it's out of character for him in a lot of ways. It's not something he normally does, but really enjoyed that flick. And I think Jake Busey is in that movie too. Gary's son. So, nice. Definitely want to check that out. But, we're getting ready to wrap up here because, as you know, sir, next week we have a full Ask Meanie coming at you with all the brand new questions, and we're very excited for that. But I wanted to check with you first. What else is on the mind of the Meanie?
Dude, I am good, man. Just we're going to the reason why we're doing next week doing all Ask Meanie is we're recording tonight for next week's episode. We're going to Connecticut. Mrs. Meanie's family's doing a wedding dinner for us in July. But we have to go up this week because Mrs. Meanie wants to help with some of the planning for the dinner. So we're going up there. And then, next month, July, like the first weekend of July, I don't know, we're going up to Connecticut for the wedding dinner. So
nice.
But, doing good. We're doing that. We're working on our honeymoon. We've joined this honeymoon registry. I forget what it's called. Go to my social media. It's pinned to the top of my page. Because everybody's like, oh, wait, where are you guys registered? And it's not like we don't want to do a registry. We don't have kids. We're never going to have kids. And we don't need a blender. We don't need a toaster. That's what most, registries for. So we're like, you know what? We need to do a honeymoon. So we have a honeymoon registry where if you want to buy us a cup of coffee, you can buy us a cup of coffee. You want to buy us around a beer, you can buy us around a beer. We're going to go on a couple tours and stuff like that. So just doing that, getting right. I think we're going to Dublin in September for our honeymoon. So just looking forward to that.
Well, I can give you the address right now because I pulled it up while I was looking it up here. You can go to honeyfund, HONEY, fund.com/site/Mr. and Mrs. Meanie. And I'm going to put that up on the screen now so y'all can see it and go there and donate to the Mr. and Mrs. Meanie honeymoon fund here. Go ahead, go right to this URL right here. You see it at the bottom of the screen there. Go ahead and type it up and help get Mr. and Mrs. Meanie some fun times at their honeymoon. Very exciting times. Very jealous that you're going to Dublin, Ireland. I have not been there. I'm looking forward to going. And
we went for my birthday last year and fell in love with it. And there's so much more we want to do. And I feel weird, putting up that. But they, not only do my fans do wrestling fans follow me on social media, but actual friends and family follow me as well. So this is the best way for to show my friends and family, hey, this, what we got going on. So,
yeah,
I'm sure there's somebody out there going, oh, look at him pandering and it's like, well, this is social media.
Yeah.
I want, my friends to know what we're doing. So,
but it's also your social media. It's your life. And these people who are saying that shit, guess what? You can go to fucking way of Angel Hernandez and Joe West. Fuck you, Joe. That's right.
Yeah.
This is a drizzling shit.
But what's not the drizzling shit, sir, is doing this show with you every single week and getting a chance to catch up with you in the mind of the meanie. We appreciate you. We appreciate you listening as well. You are why we do this show. We record it each and every week for you to listen to and enjoy and to share with your friends. So, Meanie, I want to know, good sir, blue sir, where can everyone keep up to date with all things blue when they're not listening to the program?
If you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Blue Meanie BWO on all forms of social media. If you would like to support the Blue Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Blue Meanie. If you would like to support Mind of the Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand, go to collarandelbowbrand.com and use coupon code Meanie or use coupon code MIND and save 10% over there at collarandelbowbrand.com. If you're in the Philadelphia area, go to JPT's for all your t-shirt printing needs. JPT's is a family-owned business that has been making quality printed t-shirts since 1986. Anytime I need shirts for conventions or shows, I go to JPT's. For more information, go to jptees.com. That's the letter J, the letter P, TEES.com. MadcatBeardCare.com for the Blue Spruce Beard Oil and Balm. Shout out to my boy Josh Thornton doing an amazing job over there at MadcatBeardCare.com. He rounds up all the sick feral cats in this neighborhood, takes them to the vet, and releases them back better than he found them. So If you're a cat lover like myself, go to madcatbeercare.com. The Ultra Pro Wrestling video game coming out to, let me start that one over again. The Ultra Pro Wrestling video game coming to all major consoles in 2024 with a demo coming in Q3 to Steam. Ultra Pro Wrestling contains not only original characters created by the amazing Hal Haney, but many real-world wrestlers, including myself, that I am trying not to spoil. For more information, go to ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. That's ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. The Figure Collections Bone Crushing Series... Start that one again. The Figure Collections Bone Crushing Wrestler Series 1 variants of the Blue Meanie are available now. All Series 1s can be ordered now at shop.figurescollections.com. That's shop.figurecollections.com. Type Blue Meanie in the search bar, and you can select regular Blue Meanie or BW Blue Meanie. Either way, there is no wrong choice. To have the Blue Meanie on your podcast, go to podstars.net. That's podstrz.net. Register your podcast, book the Blue Guy. Let's have a conversation over there at podstars.net. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holidays, and well wishes. Please book through the site, not through the app. The site takes too much of your hard-earned money. And I'm talking about for everybody. So go to cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. Let's make somebody's day a little bit brighter. But most importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you, sir?
Me? Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Threads at This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal, so find me there. You can also find my second show, Foundation Radio, by going to foundationradio.net or subscribe on YouTube and get the video versions of as many shows as I possibly can by going to youtube.com/@Foundation Radio and Meanie. I got a little bit of breaking news for you here.
Sir.
I'm teaming with the good folks at bodyslam.net, and we're going to be creating a brand new interview series called Foundation on Body Slam. That's going to be focused strictly on pro wrestling. More details to come on that. More details to come on that as we get them moving, but that is breaking news for y'all here. I want to give a shout out to the homies at the 10th Ward Barbershop in downtown Lawrenceville in the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Go down there and see Kane, Jordan, and the rest of the team. Get your hair cut and beard trimmed up, just like your boy Goober here. Schedule your appointment today at 10thwardbarbershop.com. ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. ProWrestlingTees.com/Foundation Radio. Pick up a shirt and keep the lights on at Casa de Meanie and the Barnard home for wayward and troubled youth. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Sign up today. Tiers starting, Blue Guy, at only $10 a month. You can also go to youtube.com/@Mind of the Meanie. Watch this show, listen to the audio, or watch the video and catch up on all your favorite clips of the program, current, past, and future. Don't forget to follow us on all forms of social media, Twitter actually right now, and Instagram @Mind of the Meanie. And share your love of the show there. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe wherever you're listening to your podcast right now. But don't forget, as a reminder to everyone, if you previously listened to us on Google Podcast has shut down for good. So I don't know why you're still listening on Google because it's not there, but it's shut down as of the time you're listening to this. So make sure you find us on any platform, iHeartRadio, Apple, Spotify. We're on everything. So just as a heads up for y'all. So we appreciate you. And I appreciate you, Blue Guy. Thank you for being here.
Appreciate you, sir.
Each and every week. We want to thank this pod squad again for being here with us today. And we want to thank you for listening. For the Blue Meanie, I am Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip through the mind of the Meanie. Peace.
This episode of Mind of the Meanie is hosted and executively produced by the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard. It was mixed and engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional narration is provided by the executive voice, Sam Krebs. That's me. Our intro music was performed by the Swamp Candles. Our outro music was performed by Chikara. Additional musical accompaniment is performed by Enrichment. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or X or whatever, at Mind of the Meanie, and become part of the Pod Squad by going to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Find our entire show archive at mindofthemeanie.com. This has been a Butts Carlton media production. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
That was Blue Meanie's brain out.